Morning everyone, welcome to 24/7. My name is Niharika and I am with you with the area of ABFM. I hope I am audible as well as visible. Sorted. So let's begin with the class today. I hope there is. My name is Niharika and I am with you with the area. Acha, sorted. Thank you. Chali. Let's begin with the class and today I'm going to talk about the next level of questions. So let's begin with it. This comes as the first question for the class today. I think I might have to do something about it so that you can see it properly. I hope it's visible now. है ना? Okay, now let's begin with the first question. It says the term that most accurately captures planning is an all encompassing procedure in which planning, execution, monitoring of plans are included, coming up with ideas of how the goals of the organization can be accomplished, determining the goals of an organization as well as the strategies to achieve those goals, the primary focus of the work that is done by the planners and the planning departments. What exactly is planning, everyone? Planning is a futuristic function. It says that what are we going to do in the future? We'll talk about that right now. है ना? That if I want to achieve something, then I would like to know what I'll be achieving in the upcoming period and how I'm going to achieve that. So when we talk about planning, it is the WH family: what, when, why, how, right? We're looking forward to finding all these things together. So in this case, the correct answer would be C, determining the goals of an organization as well as the strategies to achieve those goals. We'll determine the goals that Acha, this is what the organization wants to achieve, and how are we going to achieve it. That is also something that we'll be looking forward to. The correct answer is actually C. See, execution is never a part of planning. I would never say executing and then implementing and everything else is there. The execution part and the monitoring part is not under planning. Execution and implementation is exactly under controlling. Procedures is something that you don't say. The procedure, once I say that I would like to achieve the goal, where are the resources for it? That is something organizing will do. Where are the people who will do that? Staffing will do. Then you need to tell them what to do and what not to do. That is directing. After that, the last point is, are they doing what they are supposed to do or not? That is controlling. Right? Very thin line among all of these. Not major differences there. Okay, here comes the next question, everyone. This question says that equity shares have a or an unlimited life, voting rights and receiving dividends, limited life, no voting rights and receiving dividends, or limited life, voting rights and receiving dividends, or unlimited life, voting rights but receive no dividends. See, when we talk about equity shareholders, now one thing is all sorted. They have the voting rights. Nobody else would be having it, but these people are always having voting rights. Right? So they have unlimited life. There is no dead end to with the life of an equity shareholder. Preference shareholder has a life of 20 years. After 20 years, you have to let go of that particular shareholder and tell them that either you become an equity shareholder or you become another preference shareholder. We will convert your share into something else, or the last thing is you take money and you can be a part of your the part of the people whom we have paid off. You cannot keep the lenders for a longer period there. Okay? So in this case, equity shares have a or an. They have unlimited life. No, this would be the answer. Unlimited life, voting rights, as well as they receive Dividends. They are the ones who receive the dividends. Ultimately, the leftover is always given to them. Residual. They are basically the scavengers of the organization. Whatever is left, they'll be taking it. But the point is, if this much is left, they will get this much. If this much is left, they will get this much. Now comes organizations attempting to achieve group effectiveness through leadership must assess the leader according to an underlying trait, assess the situation faced by the leader, and construct a proper match between the two. This statement is aligned with which of the following leadership theories? There are different kinds of leadership theories. They are saying that organization is attempting to achieve the group effectiveness. You're trying to have a group effectiveness there, right? So when you're trying to have a group effectiveness, then what are we going to do in this case? In this case, it would be, see, in this case now we do not know what is going to happen at what point of time. So they are going to mix and match about the various things, and then they'll be covering up and then constructing a proper match, right? So when you're trying to do that, it is basically the contingency theory of leadership. Okay? That would be the contingency theory of leadership. Then comes the next question. It says, which among the following statement is incorrect regarding the degree of financial leverage? Financial leverage is what exactly? Financial leverage is something which helps in getting money into the business. At one point of time, when the organization wants to grow further, na, it cannot stay put. Excuse me. When we talk about the financial leverage, now financial leverage is that levers the organization. That means it provides something to the organization. When ROI is greater than interest minus favorable advantage, when your ROI is less than interest minus disadvantage, when ROI is greater than interest unfavorable minus disadvantage, and when ROI is equal to interest. Okay, I think the last line is not visible to you now. Okay, now this would be visible completely. This is the entire questionnaire one. But remember, when we are talking about these things, the very first thing that is important for all of us is we need to have good ROI. Again, return on investments has to be good, otherwise, why am I putting my money into the business there? Simple rule. Why should I give money to someone who cannot pay me back? So, in this case, I would say that the correct answer would be ROI has to be greater than interest minus the unfavorable advantage. The return on income has to be greater. It can never be less. If it is going to be less, what am I doing with that? Isn't it? Whatever the scenario would be, if it is even equal, if we are standing at a break even point, whatever I'll make the interest, the lenders will take that money away. So, what is the purpose of giving them the money altogether? Because then we will not be having any savings for our future. That is what is given in your book. They call it whatever your savings would be, they are called internal accrual. You know, internal accrual won't be there because you are serving everything to the other people there, right? So this would be ROI has to be greater than the interest minus unfavorable advantage. Here comes the next question. What are the different elements of delegation? And today there's a little issue regarding the spacing, so I'll just everything. Everything else is sorted now. What are the various elements of delegation, everyone? Delegation means giving your sharing your work with others. It's not abduction. I'm not going to put the entire work on you that you will do the entire work. No, it's not that. Delegation is basically sharing your work with others. Okay? There are two things. One is imposing your work on other, that you have to do this work. That is imposition. When we talk about delegation, it is also called abduction actually. When we talk about delegation, delegation is basically sharing your work with your subordinates so that even they learn their work. But the point is, when we do that, there are three kids of delegation. There is accounting. First is authority. Second is responsibility. Third is accountability. All these three are actually the kids of delegation. But the fact is, what happens in this case? First of all, let's talk about authority. There is power to command over others. First of all, I should be having the authority to command over the other person. Then responsibility. Responsibility would mean that these people should be having that responsibility. It's the obligation to take care of the work that you have been assigned there, and at the same time, answerable. What has happened with the work? Are you still doing it, or you're done with it, or not? That is accountability, everyone. You know, basic things: accountability, responsibility, and authority. Is it 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3? It is 1, 2, and 3 together, right? That is what are the various elements of delegation. It is 1, 2, and 3. Now comes the next question. Which of the following is an example of the field that has benefited from the application of AI? Artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is like you put up everything in the mind of a particular computer and they'll start thinking like us. But the fact is, in terms of emotional levels, I think that is still a little challenging because humans have a good amount of complex emotions. At one point of time, we might be feeling good, bad, and at the same time happy at the same time. So these things are there with humans. But what about the AI? AI does everything that you puts in their mind, right? So if you put it in their minds that Acha, this is accounting, then they'll do the accounting. If you'll put the work of computers, they'll do the computers. So everything that you put inside the the programs of the that particular computer system, that is something they'll deal with. So number one, where is that exactly happening? It has actually helped us in terms of language understanding and problem solving, setting up a website, then deployment of apps in the clouds, or all of the above. Please go ahead and participate. AI really doesn't help in all these things. It helps in language understanding and problem solving. Currently, it is limited to this, but then coming up of different level of AI, for example, Chat GPT, which talks about, it's an example there. It's basically an app which uses AI and it solves all your problems. Whatever you put it inside that particular area, then if you're required in terms of a particular project or something like you want some coding done, you just have to type there that this is what I want and they'll be providing you that. That's Chat, the GPT, another level of AI. You know, it helps in problem solving. AI has been helpful in terms of problem solving of whatever information we have already put inside it. You cannot expect that you don't put any information, it will collect the information on its own. No, that doesn't happen. Next question. Which of the following are two main ways to approach asset based business valuation methods? Return on investment concept, realization concept, cash basis concept, money measurement concept and accrual concept, going concern and liquidation value. Which of the following are asset based valuation methods? See, whatever we have, once we'll be having a particular thing called, sorry. When we talk about which of the following are two main ways of approach of asset-based evaluation. Asset-based valuation means I have a particular asset and the organization has to look forward to it. Na? So then there is an asset based valuation. We are trying to value the assets by the end of their lives or during their lives. So that would be going concern and liquidation value. You know, it is possible to delegate decision making power to individuals at lower levels. This is known as what? Assignment of responsibility, centralization, decentralization, or none of the preceding options. It is possible to delegate decision making power to individuals at a lower level. And so that means that sometimes you ask me that, ma'am, shall we do this chapter or that chapter? If I leave that part on you, right? When we are talking about the classes going on, that is a part of the day-to-day working. Let's put it in the organization itself. That is a better option. There is a superior and there is a subordinate. You know? So now what happened is the subordinate asked that, sir, what should I do right now? I was just about to buy the raw material and raw material is available in some other form. Not something which we were purchasing on a normal basis. But this one is a better one. This particular supplier is also good. He'll be providing things before time to us. XYZ. Now the point is the senior is already stuck in some other meetings and he's like, you go and decide whatever you want. I don't have a problem there. Now that particular thing is called decentralization. That means we are giving the decision making power. Now there's a difference between, there are two terms now everyone. One is delegation. Second is decentralization. You know? What's the difference between the two? In delegation, you share the information with one lower level, while in decentralization, it is multiple lower levels. That's the difference between the two, everyone. Then, what are intangible assets? Non monetary assets with tangible value, financial assets devoid of physical substance, non monetary assets devoid of a physical substance, or monetary assets having material form. What are intangible assets, everyone? When we talk about intangible assets, they are physical financial assets. Sorry, they're not physical assets, but they're financial assets which have a physical value. Next, what is the formula of free flow to equity? Cash from operations minus capex plus the non net debt issued, or cash from operations minus debt issued plus capital expenditure, cash from operations minus capex minus net debt issued, or cash from operations net debt issued plus capex. It would be C, cash from operations minus the capital expenditure and minus the net debt issued. Oh, acha, sorry, it's A. It's A. It's actually the cash from operations minus the capex, then plus the net debt issued. Okay? Next question. Which of the following domains has the maximum potential to contribute to development of an intelligent system? Philosophy, biology, sociology. Intelligent system has to learn all these things. Think about it. If you do not put something in the minds of the AI, how will the AI solve any problem? Artificial intelligence is what we create that intelligence. It doesn't exist on its own. है ना? So, if we talk about the intelligent system, it would include all of these three. So, that's it for the day, everyone. And let's move on and understand that what are we providing in terms of the CIB examination. Do you know we are providing CIB packs there, and we are also providing revision batches right now. So those things are there because the time is very less. If I talk about my examination, or I talk about the ABFM. We are left with around 25, 27 days right now, right? Because the examination is on 18th now. Excuse me. Here comes our website. Where you can go is go to the Adda 24/7. This is the main page. What you need to do is on the main page you can go onto the JIB and CIB area. There you have two things. Anybody who is opting for CIB November 2023, you can look forward to the November 2023 batch, and the current batch which is going on is the one which is for the attempt of June. So everybody who's thinking about the attempt of June, kindly do not delay anymore. The examination has become tougher, as you could have seen in terms of the JIB, IE, and FS. The examination was way higher. So what you can do is, if you're looking forward towards a June preparation, kindly sit right away. Do not wait even for a single moment if you really want to clear the examination. So this is where we are providing you a specific option there, right? So these are the timings for our different classes. Okay, so this is all the timings: ABFM, BFM, BRBL, every specific classes there. What you can do is you can use the code Y541 and you can apply it and you can get it for 3199.80. That means for 3199.80 you'll get the entire the revision pack, in which you'll be getting for the entire four subjects that you're looking forward to, right? So in this case, what are we providing? Let's look at it first. In this case, we are providing you all these four papers, that is ABM, BFM, ABFM, as well as BRBL, right? So all these examinations are covered there. That means you can look forward to the bilingual class. The bilingual classes are already provided here. Okay, so whatever you feel regarding your suitability of these particular examination, then I believe there is no time that you should waste anymore, because after this it would be very difficult to cover up all those five subjects including the elective there, right? So you have to set right away, because considering the fact you are already working, you can never say that a child start preparing right away just before the examination, because you need off to prepare at that point of time. If you can get only then, but then even at the same time now, the examination is not something which I can say that it can be got in 4 or 5 odd days. Hardcore reality of the CIP examination now, that the examination has got each and every subject has got around 600 pages of module. That cannot be covered in a day or two, right? To understand the topics you need time. So when you're looking forward to it, kindly hurry up and look forward to it. The revision batch would be for 3199.80, right? So there you can look forward to the classes. We'll be taking up all the sessions there. And if you feel like you would like to go for something else, then the power pack batches is there already. This is where you will find only the revision batches abhi to currently. What you can do is, if you are looking forward to the entire preparation, or you are just starting with your preparation, there are people who are just starting with the preparation and you are a little dicey there, that what should I do? I should go for the examination right now or not, right? So then that means you are looking forward towards a longer term. At this point of time, there comes the CIB Ka Mahapack. Under Mahapack, you will get it for 12-month validity. This includes the previous batches that has already gone and the upcoming batches that would be coming up as well. That means the entire revision batches here, our current batches that are going on are also here. If you're looking forward towards applying for this particular attempt, because you would have filled the form and you want to go for November attempt, then you will be having two batches of at least the current scenario and the upcoming batches that would be there in the upcoming scenario, each subject there, right? So then that means you will be having the revision batch of the previous attempt, two or more batches in terms of the studies there. The batches would also be covered, plus then you are having bilingual as well as the English medium. That means for each and every subject there would be more than two batches, right? Plus in the English medium there are more than two batches. In Hindi, in the bilingual, there are more than two batches. That means you'll be getting a good amount of content before the CIB ends and the new session begins. Even at that point of time, you will be having a good amount of resources to look forward to. Along with this, the test series is also included. In this particular pack, you don't have to upgrade yourself or buy even a single more thing. 12 months validity is there. That means you will be having it till the next year, है ना? And in case you just before the examination you have any problems, have a call with the support and get it extended if in case you are looking forward towards the next year, because everybody has their own pace and they prepare in that way. You know, so that is your call. So when you're preparing for this examination, you can use the code Y541. You'll get it for 81% discount. Win-win situation. It is for 6190 currently. The price drop has been there. This is the point where if you purchase it right away, it is gonna help you a lot. So if it's gonna help you a lot, then go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. And I think it's better to download the app because that you get more updates in it, right?